It's changed since A Grand Day Out. Oh, well, you could say almost everything, really.
You're older for a start.
Yeah, I'm older. Merlin is still the same age as
Yeah, I'm
Winnie.
getting younger.
Since their debut in 1989 with A Grand Day Out, the beloved duo Wallace and Gromit have captivated audiences worldwide with their heartwarming adventures and clever humour. Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl, the latest instalment in this cherished franchise, represents a triumphant return to form for Aardman Animations. Directed by Nick Park and Merlin Crossingham, the film offers a compelling mix of nostalgia and innovation, bringing back one of the most iconic villains in stop-motion history, Feathers McGraw. Set in a quaint English town brimming with whimsy and eccentricity, Vengeance Most Fowl weaves a tale of revenge, ingenuity and camaraderie. The film's narrative explores the consequences of past actions as Feathers McGraw seeks retribution against Wallace and Gromit, plunging them into a high-stakes battle of wits. As always, the dynamic between Wallace's inventive optimism and Gromit's pragmatic sensibilities remains at the heart of the story, providing both humour and emotional depth. This essay will delve into the significance of Vengeance Most Fowl as both a continuation and evolution of the Wallace and Gromit franchise. It will examine the film's production history, narrative complexity, character development, technical achievements. In doing so, it will highlight how the film not only honours its predecessors, but also paves the way for a new generation of fans. Above all, Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of stop-motion animation, and it also reaffirms the artistry of Aardman Animations and the timeless charm of these clay-crafted characters, securing their place in the pantheon of animation history. The idea for Vengeance Most Fowl originated during the early 2020s as Aardman sought to reinvigorate its flagship characters. Nick Park, the creator of Wallace and Gromit, returned to the director's chair alongside Merlin Crossingham, who had previously worked on several Wallace and Gromit projects. The decision to revisit Feathers McGraw as the primary antagonist was both a nostalgic callback to The Wrong Trousers and also an opportunity to explore new narrative possibilities. Collaborating with the BBC and Netflix, Aardman aimed to create a film that would appeal to both long-time fans and new audiences. The project was greenlit in 2022, with a focus on blending traditional stop-motion techniques with modern advancements in animation technology. The production team emphasised staying true to the franchise's handcrafted aesthetics, while also using digital tools to streamline certain aspects of the filmmaking process. Aardman Animations has always been synonymous with the painstaking art of stop motion. The studio's commitment to this medium has been both a hallmark and a challenge, requiring immense time and effort to bring its clay characters to life. For Vengeance Most Fowl, the filmmakers embraced technological advancements while maintaining the tactile charm of the original series. Innovations included 3D printed facial expressions, which allowed for greater flexibility in animating Wallace and Gromit's emotions. The sets and props, meticulously crafted by hand, were enhanced with digital compositing to create seamless visuals. These advancements enabled the team to achieve a level of detail and fluidity previously unattainable in earlier productions. One of the film's significant challenges was maintaining the continuity of Wallace's character following the passing of Peter Sallis, the original voice actor, in 2017. Ben Whitehead, who had previously voiced Wallace in several short films,
"You really ate all of these pies? You fat
reprised the role for Vengeance Most Fowl. His performances struck a delicate balance, capturing the essence of Sallis's portrayal while bringing his own nuances to the character. The film also introduced new characters, such as Chief Inspector Albert McIntosh, voiced by Peter Kay, who was also in Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Hey, give over! You're mental.
And P.C. Mukherjee, voiced by Lauren Patel, who adds depth to the story. The return of Feathers McGraw, a character who communicates solely through visual cues, showcased the filmmaker's mastery of silent storytelling. The partnership with Netflix allowed Aardman to expand the film's international reach, while the BBC ensured its resonance with British audiences. This collaboration exemplified the evolving landscape of animation distribution, where traditional broadcasters and streaming platforms work together to bring stories to life. The film premiered at the American Film Institute on October 27, 2024, before its broadcast debut on BBC One Christmas Day. Its simultaneous release on streaming platforms and television reflected a strategic effort to maximise viewership and cater to diverse audiences. Vengeance Most Fowl represents not only a continuation of the franchise, but also a celebration of its legacy. The film's production combined the nostalgic charm of its predecessors with the technical prowess of modern animation, creating a work that honours the past while looking toward the future. Through meticulous craftsmanship and heartfelt storytelling, Aardman Animations once again demonstrated why Wallace and Gromit remain enduring icons of animation. Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl is a rich, multi-layered narrative that blends humour, suspense, and heartfelt moments, while exploring themes of trust, innovation, and the dangers of over-reliance on technology. The story follows Wallace's latest invention, Norbot, a robotic garden gnome, whose success spirals into chaos when it becomes the unwitting pawn of the returning villain Feathers McGraw. The film opens pretty similar to how The Wrong Trousers did, in which, bills are needed to be paid, but Wallace is okay because he's got a new invention, and he unveils Norbot, a robotic garden gnome designed to revolutionise gardening. Initially, Wallace's new business venture, hiring Norbot out to care for people's gardens, proved a success, earning widespread acclaim from the townsfolk. However, Gromit, feeling sidelined by Norbot's efficiency and growing presence in their lives, becomes concerned about Wallace's increasing dependence on the machine. This tension escalates when Norbot's loud recharging keeps Gromit awake at night. In an attempt to solve the problem, Gromit takes Norbot to the basement and plugs it into Wallace's computer to recharge. But, unbeknownst to them, Feathers McGraw, the villainous penguin Wallace and Gromit apprehended in The Wrong Trousers, is watching from his zoo prison. When Feathers learns of Norbot via a televised broadcast, he seizes the opportunity to hack into Wallace's computer and reprogram Norbot to serve him. Under Feathers' control, Norbot begins creating an army of robotic gnomes. While working in gardens across the city, the gnomes secretly steal various objects, setting the stage for Feathers' elaborate escape plan. As items go missing, Chief Inspector Albert McIntosh and his eager new recruit, PC Mukherjee, investigate the spree of thefts. Their suspicions fall on Wallace, whose history of mechanical mishaps make him an easy target. The police confiscate most of Wallace's inventions, but fail to uncover the true culprits, the Gnome Army. This sequence introduces moments of both tension and humour, as Wallace attempts to defend his reputation while Gromit embarks on a covert mission to uncover the truth. Using Wallace's confiscated gnome tracking device, Gromit tracks the stolen objects to the zoo, where he discovers Feathers McGraw's elaborate plan. The penguin has been using the stolen materials to construct a submarine, intending to escape via the city's sewer network. Gromit's investigation is cut short when Feathers spots him and orders Norbot to cut the tree Gromit is hiding in. In a pivotal moment, the impact of the fall resets Norbot to its original programming, transforming the gnome from a tool of destruction back into a helpful ally. This development introduces a newfound dynamic between Gromit and Norbot, as the two begin working together to thwart Feathers' scheme. The stakes rise when Gromit discovers that Feathers has already stolen the City Museum's prized blue diamond, replacing it with a turnip. After returning home, Wallace and Gromit are captured by the gnomes. The twist being that Feathers hid the real diamond in Wallace's old teapot years ago. which adds a layer of intrigue and ties the events of the film back to the wrong trousers. Feathers retrieves the diamond from the teapot and locks them in a closet. However, with the help of Norbot, they escape using a leaf blower and give chase. The resulting sequence, a thrilling narrowboat pursuit down the canal, is a standout moment in the film. Wallace uses an inventive contraption to fire boots at the gnomes, yeah, this actually happens, resetting them to their factory settings, while Gromit engages Feathers in a daring battle aboard the boat. As Feathers approaches an aqueduct with the police in hot pursuit, Gromit tricks him into accepting a bag containing a turnip instead of the diamond. The narrowboat teeters on the edge of the aqueduct before plunging to the ground below. But Norbot and the reprogrammed gnomes save Gromit in a moment of redemption. Feathers escape to Yorkshire via train is foiled when he realises Gromit has swapped the diamond for a turnip. Meanwhile, Chief Inspector McIntosh praises Mukherjee for her instincts and retires, leaving her in charge of future investigations. And back at home, Wallace reflects on the events and acknowledges that machines, no matter how advanced, cannot replace human touch. Gromit, having grown a trust to Norbot, accepts the robotic gnome as part of their household. The film concludes with a heartwarming and humorous scene, hinting that there's more misadventures on the horizon. Wallace's reliance on Norbot highlights the potential pitfalls of overdependence on technology, a theme explored with humour and heart. The evolving relationship between Gromit and Norbot underscores the importance of trust and teamwork, even with unexpected allies. Norbot's transformation from a tool of destruction to a loyal companion reflects the possibility of redemption, even for machines. Through its inventive storytelling, Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl delivers a thrilling, comedic, and emotionally resonant narrative that stays true to the franchise's legacy while offering fresh perspectives on its beloved characters. Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl is more than just a light-hearted animation adventure. It delves into profound themes that speak to the human condition, the challenges of technological advancement, and the complexities of relationships. The tension between technological innovation and human touch is at the heart of Vengeance Most Fowl. Wallace's creation of Norbot, the robotic garden gnome, is emblematic of humanity's fascination with automation and efficiency. Norbot begins as a tool of convenience, embodying the benefits of modern innovation. However, it quickly becomes a source of disruption when reprogrammed by Feathers McGraw. This highlights how technology, though neutral in design, can become harmful when misused. Wallace's dependence on Norbot strains his relationship with Gromit, who feels increasingly sidelined. The film critiques the over-reliance on technology, warning against letting machines replace genuine human effort and interaction. By the end of the film, Wallace acknowledges that technology cannot replace the human touch, emphasizing the need for balance between progress and tradition. The film places significant emphasis on the themes of trust and redemption, explored through the relationships between Wallace, Gromit, Norbot, and the Gnome Army. Gromit's journey from distrust to collaboration with Norbot illustrates the importance of giving others the chance to prove themselves. This dynamic encourages audience to remain open-minded and willing to adapt to new circumstances. Initially a tool of destruction under Feather's control, Norbot's transformation into a loyal ally symbolises the possibility of redemption. It suggests that even those who have caused harm can change and make amends under the right circumstances. The reprogrammed gnomes, initially depicted as a menacing collective, eventually assist Wallace and Gromit. Their shift from villainy to heroism underscores the idea that individuals, or in this case machines, can redefine themselves and their purpose. Feathers McGraw's plot is driven by pure revenge, a theme that serves as a cautionary tale about the destructiveness of holding onto past grievances. Feather's desire to retaliate against Wallace and Gromit blinds him to the flaws in his own plan. His elaborate scheme to escape from prison, create a gnome army, and steal the blue diamond ultimately results in his downfall. The film critiques the cyclical nature of revenge, showing that it consumes the Avenger and leaves them with little to no gain. Feather's pursuit of vengeance contrasts sharply with Wallace and Gromit's focus on problem solving and collaboration. As in previous Wallace and Gromit stories, the bond between Wallace and Gromit remains a central theme. Their relationship, built on mutual loyalty and trust, is tested but ultimately reaffirmed. Gromit's unspoken loyalty to Wallace is a constant throughout the film. Despite feeling neglected, he continues to support Wallace, even risking his life to uncover Feather's plot and save the day. While Wallace initially overlooks Gromit's concerns, he ultimately relies on his canine companion's resourcefulness and bravery. The film highlights the importance of recognizing and valuing the contributions of those closest to us. The film subtly explores the tension between progress and tradition, with Norbot symbolizing the future and Gromit representing a more traditional approach to life. Gromit's initial resentment towards Norbot reflects the fear of being replaced by modern advancements. This conflict mirrors broader societal anxieties about technological change and its impact on established roles and relationships. By the end of the film, Gromit and Norbot find a way to coexist, suggesting that progress and tradition can complement each other rather than be at odds. This resolution serves as a hopeful message about embracing innovation without losing sight of what makes us human. The film also touches on the idea of autonomy, particularly through the depiction of Norbot and the gnome army. Although Norbot and the gnomes are initially controlled by Feathers, they ultimately act independently to support Wallace and Gromit. This shift highlights the idea that even creations designed for specific purposes can transcend their programming to make moral choices. Gromit's independence and quick thinking stand in contrast to the programmed actions of the gnomes. This juxtaposition underscores the value of critical thinking and the ability to act according to one's conscience. As with all Wallace and Gromit films, humour plays a significant role in addressing serious themes without alienating the audience. The film's comedic moments, such as Wallace's eccentric inventions and the slapstick interactions with the gnomes, provide levity while reinforcing the narrative's central themes. The humour offsets the suspense of Feathers' heist and the dramatic canal chase, ensuring that the story remains accessible and enjoyable for viewers of all ages. Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl is a thematic triumph, weaving complex ideas into a whimsical narrative. By exploring the balance between technology and humanity, the importance of trust, and the futility of revenge, the film resonates on multiple levels. It reaffirms the franchise's ability to deliver heartfelt messages while also maintaining its signature charm, humour, and inventiveness. In Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl, character development is central to the emotional core of the story. The film explores the evolving relationships between its key characters, Wallace, Gromit, and Norbot, and their growth over the course of the narrative. While the film is filled with humour and adventure, it also showcases how characters change, learn, and adapt in response to their circumstances, ultimately highlighting themes of loyalty, trust, and the balance between progress and tradition. Wallace's character arc in Vengeance Most Fowl is driven by his relationship with technology and the tension it creates with his loyal dog Gromit. At the start of the film, Wallace is fully invested in his new creation, Norbot, and the idea of using technology to enhance his life. His enthusiasm for the robot leads to a growing detachment from Gromit, who feels increasingly sidelined and ignored. Wallace's arc is a journey of realization. He comes to understand that while his inventions can be helpful, they cannot replace the human condition and trust he shares with Gromit. By the end of the film, Wallace admits that machines, no matter how advanced, cannot replace the human touch. This realization marks his character's growth as he moves from a blind faith in technological solutions to a more grounded understanding of their limitations. Despite his flaws, Wallace remains an endearing character. His creativity and inventive spirit remain intact, and by the end of the film, he returns to creating with a more balanced perspective. His loyalty to Gromit never wavers, even if he sometimes fails to show it. Wallace's evolution highlights the importance of recognizing the people who truly matter and the need for emotional connections beyond machines. Gromit's character development is perhaps the most poignant in the film, as he experiences feelings of loneliness and jealousy before finding resolution and reconciliation. At the outset, Gromit is increasingly alienated by Wallace's obsession with Norbot. The robotic gnome takes over the tasks that Gromit used to handle, and Wallace's attention shifts entirely towards his latest invention. Gromit, a loyal and intelligent companion, feels the sting of being replaced. This causes a rift between them as Gromit struggles to maintain his sense of purpose in a world where machines are slowly taking over. His actions, including taking Norbot to the basement to charge, reveal his frustration and concern about Wallace's growing dependence on technology. Gromit's development is a journey from mistrust to acceptance. Initially, he sees Norbot as a threat to his role in Wallace's life, but as the story progresses, Gromit learns to work alongside Norbot when the situation calls for it. By the end of the film, Gromit's acceptance of Norbot into their home symbolizes his growth. He recognizes that Norbot, despite being a machine, is another ally in their shared adventures. This growth reflects Gromit's ability to adapt to change whilst maintaining his core values of loyalty and resourcefulness. Throughout the film, Gromit consistently takes on the role of the quiet but capable hero. His resourcefulness and determination are crucial in uncovering Feathers McGraw's plan and saving Wallace. Gromit's growth is marked not only by his acceptance of new technology, but also by his ability to remain steadfast in his sense of duty to Wallace. His silent gestures and actions speak volumes, reaffirming his position as the moral centre of the duo. While Norbot begins as a mere machine created to help Wallace with his gardening business, its character arc is significant in the context of the film's broader themes of redemption and autonomy. Initially programmed as a robotic servant, Norbot's primary function is to assist in people's gardens. However, when Feathers McGraw hacks into Wallace's computer, Norbot becomes a tool for evil, leading a gnome army to steal various items. At this point, Norbot has no free will and simply follows the programming dictated by Feathers. However, when Gromit inadvertently reprograms Norbot as they fall from the tree, the gnome regains its original settings and becomes an important ally in the fight against Feathers. Norbot's transformation from a destructive tool into a heroic figure is one of the film's most poignant arcs. The gnome becomes a symbol of redemption, not only for itself, but also for the gnomes that once served Feathers. This theme suggests that even those who are initially used for evil purposes can change, make amends, and find their own path. Norbot's final act of saving Gromit from the falling narrowboat demonstrates its new autonomy, as it becomes a self-aware and morally driven entity. Norbot's journey also speaks to the idea of embracing change and growth. While the gnome starts as an invention meant to streamline life, it becomes a crucial character in its own right, showing that even something seemingly insignificant, like a garden gnome, can develop and transcend its original programming to become something greater. Feathers McGraw's character remains largely unchanged in terms of his villainous motivations, but his actions and ultimate fate serve as a key contrast to the protagonist's growth. Feathers McGraw, returning from the wrong trousers, is consumed by his desire for revenge against Wallace and Gromit. His scheme to escape prison, reprogram Norbot, and steal the blue diamond illustrates his obsession with getting even. Unlike Wallace and Gromit, who evolve over the course of the film, Feathers remains a one-dimensional villain focused entirely on his own interests. But that's not a bad thing though. Feathers' character serves as a foil to Wallace's arc. While Wallace learns to balance his relationship with technology and Gromit, Feathers is unrepentant and single-minded in his pursuit of vengeance. This contrast reinforces the film's moral lessons about the futility of revenge and the importance of growth, redemption, and collaboration. Ultimately, Feathers' obsession with revenge leads to his downfall. Despite his cunning plans and manipulations, he is outsmarted by Gromit, and in the end, he is left empty-handed. His inability to adapt or change marks him as a static character in a story full of growth, highlighting the consequences of being driven solely by vengeance. While not as central as Wallace and Gromit, the characters of Chief Inspector Macintosh and PC Mukherjee provide important secondary arcs that complement the film's overall theme of trust and teamwork. Macintosh is a seasoned, no-nonsense inspector, whose quick thinking helps move the investigation forward. His character arc involves his recognition of PC Mukherjee's instincts and ability to trust her judgment. His decision to retire at the film's conclusion reflects his own growth, as he passes the torch to a new generation. Mukherjee, the enthusiastic new recruit, initially appears to be more naive and irresponsible. However, as the film progresses, she becomes more confident in her own abilities and proves to be a valuable asset to the investigation. Her trust in her instincts and ability to follow her own path, rather than blindly following Macintosh's lead, marks her development. The character development in Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl is rich and layered, with each major character undergoing significant growth. Wallace learns to balance his inventions with human connection, Gromit embraces change and learns to trust again, and Norbot transforms from a mindless servant into a capable ally. Meanwhile, Feathers McGraw remains static, driven solely by his desire for revenge. Again, not such a bad thing because we love him for that. This contrast between growth and stagnation enriches the film, making it not just a comedic adventure, but a meaningful exploration of relationships, redemption, and adaptation. The Wallace and Gromit series is renowned for its stunning stop-motion animation and technical innovation, and Vengeance Most Fowl continues this tradition while pushing the boundaries of the medium. The film showcases its exceptional craftsmanship in both its visual presentation and technical execution, blending creativity with technical prowess to deliver a visually captivating and immersive experience. From intricate character design to complex set construction, the film's attention to detail is remarkable. Coming up, we will explore some of the key visual and technical achievements that contribute to the film's success. Stop-motion animation remains the cornerstone of the Wallace and Gromit franchise, and Vengeance Most Fowl is a masterclass in the art of bringing inanimate objects to life. The animation of Wallace, Gromit, and the other characters is fluid and expressive, capturing even the subtlest movements. Wallace's ever-changing facial expressions and Gromit's silent yet highly emotive gestures are key to the film's character development. Despite being made of plasticine, the characters feel deeply human in their interactions thanks to the meticulous attention to detail with movement and timing. The Gnome Army, especially Norbot, presents unique challenges due to their mechanical and robotic nature. The animators utilise subtle movements to convey a sense of mechanical rigidity, which also allows for moments of animation that gives the gnomes personality and charm. The contrast between the gnome army's stiff movements and the more fluid human-like movements of Wallace and Gromit helps define their roles in the story. Every scene is carefully crafted to ensure that each movement, from Wallace adjusting himself to Gromit jumping into action, is executed with precision. The film's stop-motion animation is not just about movement, but about infusing the characters with life and emotion, demonstrating the skill and patience of the animators. The film's set design is another standout feature, with each environment rich in detail and personality. The world of Vengeance Most Fowl is a carefully constructed, immersive environment that feels both whimsical and lived in. The film features elaborate multi-layered sets that demonstrate the technical achievements of stop motion. The gnome construction zone, the zoo, and the narrowboats all reflect the film's intricate craftsmanship, with layers of texture and depth that invite close examination. The level of detail is particularly impressive in the way sets interact with the characters, with physical elements such as trees, walls, and furniture coming to life within the context of the narrative. One of the most impressive visual sequences involves the creation of the gnome-built submarine. The set designers used clever visual tricks to showcase the complex inner workings of the submarine, with a combination of mechanical detail and whimsical charm. The sewer system, which serves as the route for the submarine's escape, is a dark and atmospheric environment that contrasts with the bright, sunny world of Wallace's home and garden. The world building is also evident in the design of Wallace's various inventions, which are both functional and absurd. The robotic gnome, Norbot, stands out as a visually striking creation, a perfect blend of futuristic technology and comedic absurdity. Wallace's laboratory and home are full of quirky gadgets that serve both narrative and aesthetic purposes, reinforcing the theme of technological innovation. The visual style of Vengeance Most Fowl retains the characteristic charm and humour of the Wallace and Gromit franchise, whilst adding new layers of depth through its design choices. The film's visual aesthetic enhances the storytelling, enriching the narrative's themes and characters. The film employs a bright, colourful palette to create a warm, inviting world. The vibrant hues of Wallace's house and garden contrast sharply with the darker, more sinister tones of Feathers McGraw's hideout and the subterranean sewer systems. The use of light and shadow is also crucial in establishing mood, with dramatic lighting used in scenes where the gnomes are revealed to be working for Feathers, heightening the sense of mystery and danger. As in previous films, the characters' designs are highly stylized, with exaggerated features that enhance the emotional range of the characters. Wallace's wide eyes, constantly shifting expressions, and the large expressive features of Gromit all contribute to the visual storytelling. The design of Feathers McGraw as a penguin villain is particularly striking, with its sharp features and menacing presence playing on the contrast between his cute exterior and his sinister motives. The film is filled with visual humour that rewards attentive viewers, from Wallace's chaotic invention setups to the comedic way the gnomes interact with their surroundings. The filmmakers fill every frame with visual gags and subtle jokes, and this attention to detail in the visual language enhances the overall enjoyment of the film, providing layers of humour and intrigue. The technical aspects of stop-motion animation in Vengeance Most Fowl are groundbreaking, using both practical effects and cutting-edge techniques to enhance the visual storytelling. The puppets used for the characters are intricate and finely crafted, with movable joints and interchanging parts. The animators' use of facial expressions, each created using a wide variety of different mouths and eyes, adds subtlety and depth to the character performances. The film's technical prowess is particularly evident in the way these puppets convey emotion through the minimal of movements. While Vengeance Most Fowl is predominantly stop motion, it integrates CGI in a way that enhances the storytelling without overwhelming the traditional animation techniques. For example, the Gnome submarine sequence uses CGI to create the fluid motion of the underwater chase, while maintaining the tactile feel of the stop-motion characters and sets. The seamless blending of practical and digital effects is evident to the film's technical innovation. The filmmakers use miniature sets, often employing forced perspective and clever camera angles to create the illusion of large-scale environments. The camera work during the canal chase scene, where Wallace and Gromit pursue Feathers and his gnome army, showcased the dynamic range of movement possible in stop motion, with smooth pans and dramatic zooms that enhance the tension of the chase. While primarily a visual analysis, the technical achievement of Vengeance Most Fowl also extends to the film's sound design and music, both of which play a critical role in enhancing the overall atmosphere. The sound effects in Vengeance Most Fowl are carefully crafted to enhance the visual humour and action. The mechanical whirring of Norbot to the comedic sounds of Wallace's inventions malfunctioning, every sound is intentional and serves to deepen the comedic or dramatic effect. The sound design also helps to create a sense of immersion, from the echoing footsteps in the sewers to the churning of the canal waters during the chase. The film score, composed by Lorne Balfe, is whimsical and dynamic, matching the action on screen while underscoring the emotional beats of the story. The music shifts in tone to reflect the tension during the chase sequences, and it swells with triumph during moments of victory. The music also heightens the film's comedic moments, using playful melodies to punctuate the humour. The film is a visual and technical triumph, showcasing the talents of its animators, designers, and technicians. The film's seamless integration of stop-motion animation, practical effects, CGI, and sound design creates a visually rich and immersive experience. From the meticulous design of characters and sets to the innovative use of technology and animation techniques, the film pushes the boundaries of what can be achieved within the realm of stop-motion. The result is a visually stunning film that serves as a testament to the craft of animation and the technical achievements that continue to define Wallace and Gromit and their legacy. Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Fowl continues the beloved legacy of the Wallace and Gromit franchise, earning critical acclaim for its exceptional animation, engaging storytelling, and memorable characters. The film further solidified the duo's place in animation history, garnering praise for both its visual and thematic sophistication. It resonates with audiences young and old, continuing to reflect the wit and charm that have characterized the series since its debut. Upon its release, Vengeance Most Fowl was met with widespread critical acclaim, with many reviewers praising the film's ability to balance humour, adventure, and emotional depth. Critics highlighted the movie's exceptional stop-motion animation and the sophisticated use of both visual and narrative elements, which continue to make the Wallace and Gromit films stand out in the realm of animated cinema. The film's animation was universally praised for its exceptional detail and craftsmanship, with critics noting how it pushed the boundaries of stop-motion animation. The seamless integration of CGI elements, the meticulous puppetry, and the rich environments were lauded as hallmarks of the series' ongoing innovation. Reviewers also remarked on how the film's visual effects elevated the action sequences and comedic moments, showcasing the technical mastery of Aardman Animations. Critics were also impressed with the narrative and the way the film explored the relationship between Wallace and Gromit. Many highlighted how Vengeance Most Fowl deepened the emotional connection between the characters, particularly Gromit's feelings of neglect and his eventual reconciliation with Wallace. The film's emotional depth, juxtaposed with its traditional humour, was praised for giving the characters more depth than in previous installments. As with its predecessors as well, Vengeance Most Fowl was also, loved for its ability to entertain audiences of all ages. The film's humour, which blends slapstick with wit, was described as both accessible to children and engaging for adults. Critics noted that the film's visual gags and subtle jokes were laid in such a way that they appealed to viewers on multiple levels, making it a rewarding experience for diverse audiences. And the voice acting as well, led by Ben Whitehead as Wallace, was celebrated for its charm and precision, capturing the iconic characteristics of the beloved character. Additionally, Lorne Balfe's musical score was singled out for its ability to complement the film's atmosphere, with reviewers appreciating its ability to shift from whimsical to dramatic as the story progressed. The sound design was also praised for its attention to detail, particularly in creating soundscapes that added to the film's sense of immersion. In an era where computer-generated animation dominates the industry, Vengeance Most Fowl has played a role in revitalizing interest in stop-motion animation. By proving that stop-motion is still a viable and highly effective medium for both humor and drama, the film has helped ensure that traditional animation techniques continue to thrive in a modern filmmaking landscape. Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl is not just a successful continuation of the Wallace and Gromit series, but also an important piece of animated cinema in its own right. The film was well received both critically and commercially, with audiences and reviewers praising its technical achievements, rich storytelling, and the continued charm of its beloved characters. Its legacy lies in its ability to push the boundaries of stop-motion animation, while preserving the essence of what makes the franchise so endearing. As part of the broader Wallace and Gromit legacy, Vengeance Most Fowl will undoubtedly continue to inspire future generations of animators and filmmakers, and its lasting impact will be felt for years to come. Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl stands as a testament to the enduring charm and innovation of the Wallace and Gromit franchise. From its delightful characters to its meticulous stop-motion animation, the film succeeds in capturing the heart of what has made the series beloved by audiences for over 3 decades. This film not only continues the legacy of Wallace and Gromit as cultural icons, but also pushes the boundaries of animated filmmaking, blending traditional stop-motion with modern technological advancements to create a stunning, visual, and emotional, engaging experience. Through its thoughtful exploration of themes such as the balance between technology and human touch, the evolving relationship between Wallace and Gromit, and the consequences of blind reliance on machines, Vengeance Most Fowl demonstrates a level of narrative sophistication that elevates it beyond a typical children's adventure. The film's blend of humour, adventure, and emotional depth resonates with audiences of all ages, reaffirming the universal appeal of these characters and their world. The critical reception of the film underscored its technical achievements, with praise for its seamless animation, engaging story, and the musical and sound design that enhanced the overall viewing experience. Vengeance Most Fowl further solidified Aardman Animation's position as a leader in stop-motion animation, showing how traditional techniques can still deliver powerful storytelling in a modern context. As part of the Wallace and Gromit franchise, Vengeance Most Fowl has left a lasting legacy on both the animation industry and popular culture. It continues to inspire both established and emerging animators, proving that stop-motion animation, despite the rise of computer-generated animation, remains a vital and expressive medium. The film's balance of humour, suspense, and emotional resonance ensures that it remains a memorable entry in the Wallace and Gromit canon, appealing to lifetime fans while attracting new ones. Ultimately, Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl is a celebration of the imaginative, whimsical world that has made Wallace and Gromit such enduring characters. It serves as a reminder of the importance of creativity, craftsmanship, and the human connection, all while maintaining the infectious joy that has defined the series from its inception. As the franchise moves forward, Vengeance Most Fowl will undoubtedly remain a beloved chapter in the ongoing adventures of Wallace and Gromit. And there we have it, Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl, which is more than just a quirky, entertaining adventure, it's a testament to the timeless magic of stop-motion animation, the emotional depth of its characters, and the ever-relevant theme of balancing technology with the human touch. Aardman has once again delivered the film that not only honours the legacy of its beloved duo, but also pushes the boundaries of what animation can achieve. So whether you're a lifelong fan or someone discovering Wallace and Gromit for the first time, there's no denying the charm and heart that still make these characters a cherished part of animated cinema. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you thought of Vengeance Most Fowl in the comments below. What was your favourite moment? What was, your favourite Feathers moment, because he was a lot more engaging in this one. And also, I just want to thank you for watching my last video on the wrong trousers. Honestly, I didn't expect the video to blow up like it did, and I'm still in disbelief of the amount of people that subscribed and watched my little video. I honestly didn't expect it to get as crazy as it did. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I will promise to keep upping my game of video making and essays and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you so much, and until next time, stay creative, and like, share, comment, subscribe, share it with an animation fan who likes Wallace and Gromit. Everyone loves Wallace and Gromit. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care.